It's that time of the week again where I bring to you farm practices. And today we'll be looking at poultry farm at a different angle. We're looking at eggs and hatches and layers. These species are called layers. The previous edition of poultry farm we brought to you was broilers. So we'll be bringing to you layers and eggs. We'll bring that to you after the short break. Stay tuned.
Are you in the housing and construction industry? Then this is the platform your brand deserves. Housing TV Africa, channel 149 on Star Times, is Africa's premier housing and construction network where credibility meets visibility. From housing developers building tomorrow's estates to building materials companies delivering quality products, from mortgage banks making home ownership a reality to furniture, lighting and interior brands adding beauty and value. Housing TV Africa gives your brand the exposure it needs. What makes us different? We come to you. Our professional crew provides authentic on-site reports, interviews and coverage, ensuring your projects and services are presented directly to millions of viewers across Africa. And the best part, all these comes at very affordable advertising rates designed to give you maximum value and measurable impact. On Housing TV Africa, you don't just advertise, you build credibility, you build trust and the future. Housing TV Africa, your #1 housing and construction network on channel 149 on Star Times. Call us today on 0916 500 0000 and let's showcase your brand. Housing TV Africa, affordable rates, on-site reports, maximum impact.
Visit Housing TV Africa on YouTube and click on the subscribe button. Subscribe to Housing TV Africa to stay updated on latest happenings in Nigeria's housing sector. Follow our social media pages, like and share our posts. On Facebook, Housing TV Africa. On Twitter, Housing TV Africa. Instagram, Housing TV Africa.
Glad to know you're still there. So to take us on this episode is Mr. Ogbel Samuel, who will be telling us on how this very species of layers are nurtured to the stage of laying these eggs. Welcome, Mr. Samuel.
Good afternoon. You are welcome to Golden Finger Farms and Ranches. I'm the head livestock. Under the livestock, you are into layer production, broiler production, pig productions, large animal production, that's sheep and goat, or ruminant and non-ruminant animal, as the case may be. So here we are in a layers house. You know, under layers, under poultry production, you have three types of production. You have the deep litters, the battery case systems, and the free range. This is a battery case system and it's an automated system. The silo is outside, it's for the storage of the feed. You have what we call the feed organ up here. The feed organ moves the feed down to this chamber, and then the feed is being distributed. You don't need any physical contact. You just put the feed here, and then on the panel, the feed will move from here to the end of the panel. Are you getting me? Then also we have the egg collector. Okay. This is the egg collector. All the eggs are collected at the egg table there. When you on this is the panel, the eggs will just the egg will move down to that place and you can sit down and collect the egg on the egg table. Okay. Then you have what we call, the water system is also automated. So it's not like a manual something. Look at the channel. The water passes through that place and then distributed through the pipelines. Then this is the manure belt. You can see the manure belt. Now all the manure are collected at the extreme there. Here it's not like the normal poultry where you can feel that there's no smell here. It's smellless and odorless here. You have no smell here because all the manure are evacuated through the manure belt there, and then you can collect it at the dumper and throw it away. Yes. So basically you require not more than 2 or 3 persons to do the job. As you can see, you just have about 2 persons doing the job. This house is 20,000 capacity.
Let's look at the process of the layers from the beginning up to the production level where they lay the eggs.
Yes, we are commercial layer producers. We have the breeder farms, and most of these breeder farms are in Ibadan. Okay. You book the bird from them, and then you pay it in advance, and then they will now fix a date for you. When they fix a date for you, you now do your preparation in the farm. In terms of brooding pen, you wash the place, you clean the place, dust everything, clean everywhere, make it ready. Then you set your brooding space, your cupboard, or whatever, or hovers, as the case may be, depends from farm to farm. You now set it, you now set your fire, waiting for the arrivals of the bird. Okay. So that the birds have what we call preheating. You preheat the pen. So that when the bird comes, they will now adapt to the heat there. Because they're coming from a long distance and they are traveling over the night. So you make that place warm. Are you getting me? You get the place warm, you now put your water to be able to get the room temperature of the water. So by the time the bird drinks the water, they feel normal.
Okay, at what stage, how old do they start preparing do they start laying the eggs?
Normally we keep birds in a deep litter for about 4 months. That's about 16 weeks. Then you can now move them into the laying house.
Okay. So after the 16 weeks, you can bring them to this place
to
and they start laying.
Normally they will not lay as from 16th week. Normally we will delay laying. Okay. Probably the bird should be able to lay as from 18th to 19th weeks. Okay. Yes, you delay laying in the sense that so that the egg, so that those birds that are laying will not have problem. You don't force bird to lay. Bird will lay naturally on their own. So you delay laying, so that when the birds are laying, it will not affect their ovaries. Are you getting me? Yeah. So large eggs and the young birds, if they laid, the birds will have problems. You have what we call the anal problems, prolapse.
So let's look at their feeding. Do they feed on the normal feed, the same feed with the broilers?
They has their own feed right from day old. Okay. From day old, we give them chick mash that takes them from day 1 to 8th or 9th week, depends on the farm. Then from 9th weeks upward to around 17, 18 weeks, we give them what is called grower mash. Then from 18 to 21, we give them what we call pre-layer mash. It's a combination of growers and layer together. Then anything from 22 upward, we give them what we call layer mash.
So how do you control the diseases that affect them?
Normally, diseases are bound to occur in every farms. But if you are doing routine medication, periodic medication, like every 2 months we vaccinate our birds. And then after vaccination, we give them what we call a prophylactic treatment, a mild antibiotics. So we give them so that to prevent any secondary bacterial infection that may likely crop up, because vaccine itself will also bring the immunity of the bird down. So you now give them antibiotics and vitamin. It will now boost the immunity and the bird will be able to lay.
Okay, at what stage do you guys start giving them vaccination?
Normally, if you want to go to the onset of the birds, you have a program for the birds. As the birds arrive in the farm, we start from this first 1 week of the birds in the farm, giving Lasota, 2nd week Gomboro, 3rd week Lasota, 4th week Gomboro. The first 28 days, you are going to give them at least 4 vaccines, because there is a vaccine that is very, very paramount to be given to birds. Some of them is given right at the hatchery. We call it Marek's disease. Most of the hatchery give Marek's right from the farm, so there's no need for you to repeat it. Otherwise, the farm asks you to repeat it. If they didn't ask you to repeat it, you don't need to repeat it. Yes. Then at 5th weeks, you do what we call the fowlpox vaccine. You give them fowlpox vaccine at 5th weeks. Then at 7th weeks, you give them what we call the Camarog. Then at maybe 11, 12, we'll do what we call debeaking. You debeak the bird, cutting their beak. Why do you cut their beak? To prevent cannibalism and vice habits. That is the sense of it. You try to prevent egg leaking, egg breakage, like pecking, all those things, you debeak them against that. Then finally at the 16th weeks, we give them what we call the EDS. EDS, the combination of 3 vaccines at a time. That is Newcastle, egg drop syndrome, and infectious bronchitis.
What are the basic diseases that affects them?
Normally, there are so many diseases that affect the farm. You know about, we have to talk about Newcastle, which is not age specific. If you have seen local chicken before in your house, you can see sometimes the chicken will turn like this.
Yeah.
That is called torticollis. So we give them vaccines against Newcastle. Are you getting me? Normally, when birds enter the cage, the only vaccines you give to birds while they are already in the cage is Newcastle vaccine, because it's not age specific. It can affect birds at any point in time.
For the other, let me say broilers, and then the local chicken we have around those, we discovered that some of the disease that affects them are from the soil because of the little worms and some other things on the soil. Is it the same thing with these particular ones? Because I can see it's a machinery farm, so how do they get infected? Because I was thinking it's the soil, and there are some poultry farms where you are not allowed to put on your slippers, the normal poultry farm, not the machinery poultry farm. So what do you have?
When you talk of disease, you have so many diseases. You have the viral disease, you have the bacterial disease. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
You have nutritional disease. Are you getting me? But basically, when birds are in the farm like this, the disease you are going to look into basically is going to be Newcastle.
Okay.
Yes. Then like antibiotics, like bacterial disease, that you may have like salmonella. Some of those diseases can be taken care through antibiotics.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So is it the same thing that affects these ones that affect broilers?
Yes, the same disease they also affect the broiler. And I have earlier told you that Newcastle is not a specific disease.
Okay.
But Gomboro is an age-specific disease. Normally, Gomboro starts from 4th week to 5th weeks. After 50, it will not affect birds any longer.
So how and when do they stop laying?
Normally, the active laying of birds in the farm is 14 months. Birds can lay as much as 18 to 19 months. Yes, under adequate management.
So can you just, for the sake of those who want to start up a farm, who don't really have the money to build up something like this, want to start up a local farm, can you just get us through the process of starting up a layers farm?
Normally, if you want to start a farm, what comes into your mind, number one, you talk of land. Then when you talk of land, and I do advise you, if you want to start farm, start small, like maybe 50 birds, to see how you can grow from there. When you have a land is number one, because without land you cannot start any business, poultry business. You must have land. You must have adequate water source, water supply. You cannot be buying water to take care of a farm. It's not possible. You must have either borehole or a well.
Okay.
Yes. Then these are prerequisites for starting a farm. Then you can now look at the financial aspect of it. Do what you can afford. Don't go into a large poultry farming without your capability and financial muscle. So if you have 200 beds, you should be able to calculate. For instance, a bed from day 1 to 6 week broilers requires about 3.5 to 4 kg of feed. You sit down and calculate. Look for a professional. Let him calculate and tell you this is how much you require to feed 50 beds. Then you now look at your financial state. Do you have the capacity to feed these 50 beds? If you have, then you can go into it. But if you don't have, reduce the number of beds you want to put so that you should be able to feed them. It's not the large number of beds that matter, but the ability to be able to feed the bed to maturity, to table weight that you can sell.
Okay, what are the type of feeds for these birds?
Broilers, you need broiler starter. You know,
Yeah, I'm talking of layers.
Layers, I've already told you, you start from chick mash to grower mash to pre-layer mash, and then to layer.
So for those who have the small farm, who intends to start up the small farm, how do they harvest these eggs, and what are the place? How can they prepare the place for the safety of the eggs?
Normally, when you can see here, you are picking the egg. Are you getting me? When you pick your egg, you crate your egg.
No, I'm not talking of creating the eggs. I'm talking of those who have small farms. Like when you have a small farm, you don't have something like this where you collect the eggs separately from where the layers
It's like
are.
if you are in a deep litter, you are using deep litter systems. Are you getting me? You collect your egg more frequently, so that the egg will not be soiled, so that the egg will be marketable, so that the egg will not be dirty. That is for small farms that don't have this type of systems.
Okay, how will they manage mortality case?
I told you, mortality can be managed, reduce the mortality. You can reduce the mortality, but you cannot stop mortality completely in the farm.
So how can it be managed?
It's through medications, periodic medication, through vaccination, and then through deworming. These are 3 factors that you can do. You can vaccinate your bed, you can deworm your bed, you can give antibiotics. It will help you to reduce the mortality.
Okay, I saw going around. I saw some of these layers. Some of them were kind of looking weak and down. Some are taken out of the cage. What's really the cause, and why did you separate them?
Those birds are taken out of the cage because of cage fatigue. Cage fatigue. Okay. You know, when birds stay in the cage for a long period of time, some of them will not be able to withstand the stress. Maybe the immunity of the birds is dropped. Then the birds will have some problems, and they will remove. Sometimes you remove a bird from the cage, it will still pick up again. You can return it to the cage.
Okay, wow, that's great. So what do you have to say? What's your final words to somebody who wants to start up the farm?
Well, if you want to start a farm, the most important things you should look at, you should consult a vet. Look for a vet surgeon or animal scientist. Look for them. Let them advise you critically what required to be done. How many birds can you keep? Let them know your purse. They must know your purse. You don't just wake up to the market and buy birds. You begin to have problems. At the end of the day, you said, because I've been a living witness. I've seen farmers that purchase birds and they could not feed them well. They sold them at a giveaway price, and somebody went and benefited from those birds. Are you getting me? So look for your vet. Look for a vet. That is the truth. Look for a vet or animal scientist. Look for them. Let them give you critical analysis before you now venture into poultry.
All right, so thank you very much, sir. That's how much we can take for this episode. And I believe, as you can hear from Mr. Samuel, who is into the layers business, how he said you can manage your farm and how you can take care of them to reduce mortality case. So in case you want to start up this business, ensure that your pocket is heavy. This one is not for the weak, actually. So if you want to commercialize your layers and you want to get enough eggs for the market, you ensure that your pocket is heavy and your space, not the kind of space you're having, to make sure that you reduce mortality case and ensure to vaccinate your layers. Until I come your way again next time. And I believe you really enjoyed this episode, Sha, because it's really a profitable thing, because from the meats get from the chicken and the eggs. So keep a date with us next week as we bring you another inciting and educative, interesting, and what do you have it? You can give me the word of farm-wise on Housing TV Africa. For more information on housing, you can follow us on all our social media handles. You can subscribe to Housing TV Africa on your YouTube channel, and you can as well download the Housing TV app on your Google Play Store and Apple Store. I am your girl, Mimi Tondu. Bye for now.
Housing TV Africa, your first in housing development broadcasting.